999 sorcery points. Let's go. 1001. Keep going. We can keep going indefinitely, guys.
Even further beyond.
1100. 1200 sorcery points, guys. Let's keep going. 1300 sorcery points. And we can just do this. And when we wake up, we get all our spell slots back, which we can break down into even more sorcery points. This doesn't end. This is an infinite loop. Hello guys, and welcome to the we're gonna be going through on how to make infinite sorcery points. And I do mean it, guys. It's infinite. So as you can see, we're a level 2 sorcerer. That's all you need. 2 levels in sorcerer, and you can make as many sorcery points as you like. And if you want to, you can even drink a level 4 spell slot potion and just make more level 4 spell slots. That's crazy. And you were just level 2 sorcerer, by the way. So let's go through it. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. We have 3 methods of making sorcery points, and I have put them down into graphs, and I'll put markers down below. Again, one of them is using the potions of Angelic Reprieve, and I talk about how to get infinite of them. Then there is some items that you can use as well. And then there's the Warlock method that I've been using in previous videos. I would recommend a combination of method 2 to start, so that we don't waste our potions. To get some sorcery points down with method number 2, and then continue with method number 1. So yeah, guys, if you like this type of content and want to see more, and if you want to see how I'm going to be using this to make amazing builds, then feel free to click on the subscribe button, like, comment on the video, boost the algorithm engagement so that you can get notifications when I make more videos about this. I already have a lot of ideas about them. So yeah, let's get straight to it. Okay guys, so let's talk about the first method, which is using the potion of Angelic Reprieve. Here's what it looks like. Effectively, this potion will reset your first and second level spell slots after you take a short rest. Now, what are we gonna be doing? So, first of all, this is step 1. You're gonna need to have some potions of Angelic Reprieve. So in order to do that, you should talk to a vendor like Lucretius, get with him, and get the potion of Angelic Reprieve. Rinse and repeat. You can still bulk the money, because when you long rest, he does lose that money. So level up, talk to him, buy. So in Act 2, you can get them from the hairy boy Lantarv, like his mustache. Yep, and he sells them 2 at a time. Can buy those or steal them from him. Let's get straight to method 1. Alright, so let's go through the first method. So we've gotten our potions by taking a dummy character and leveling them up in front of Lantarv or Lucretius or any other vendor that you find that sells these potions. I recommend getting 10 just in case you're gonna need more in the future. First, you want to break down all your spell slots of level 5 and below. Why is that the case? This will actually allow you to have more sorcery points on your character. So this iteration will not require a lot of potions, because the potions cost gold. I mean, you can steal the money back, but still. So what you want to do is use all those broken down sorcery points to make level 2 spell slots, which then you're going to break down into sorcery points. And then if you're out of sorcery points, you're going to use a potion of Angelic Reprieve and break down the slots again. If you're not out, then you're going to make more second level spell slots. So let's go through it together so that you understand what's happening. You like me some magic missile? I love getting twin and distance spell, by the way. Except. So all you need is 2 levels of sorcerer, really. But this is just going to take a little bit more time. So we break down the sorcery points, the spells into sorcery points. And now we have 5 sorcery points. I'm gonna do something to hasten up this procedure. Elixir of Greater Arcane Cultivation. This is a level 2 spell slot, and I'll tell you why we need this. So we'll drink one of those. Okay, now we have a level 2 spell slot. The reason why I'm doing this is that when we break down this spell slot, now we can make second level spell slots as well. And this is gonna make our life much easier, because level 1 spell slots, it takes more time to make sorcery points with level 1 spell slots instead of level 2 spell slots. So we take the potion. If you're level 2, I mean, if you're a higher level, you don't really need to use that. But this is just to showcase that you can do this with a level 2 sorcerer. So now we've broken down our spell slots. So now we just create. I'll also put on screen the procedure. 2 spell slots. Then we break down those spell slots again. Now, you might think that this is silly, right? Why are you making and breaking spell slots? Well, effectively what this does, it creates spell slots, right, that are empty. And when we use the potion of Angelic Reprieve, then those spell slots are no longer going to be empty. They're going to be refilled. So let me show you. So right now we made around 10 second level spell slots. As you can see, we started with 0, with 6, never mind. So we have 6 level 2 spell slots now, which we can break, and we should break. So this procedure will be much faster if you start with a lot more sorcery points, obviously, right? A second level sorcerer will not have enough sorcery points. This is why I recommend breaking down all spell slots below 5th level, or 5th level and below, really, so that you can speed up this process and you don't have to use a lot of potions just to get going. So again, we broke down all our spell slots, and then you start creating them. And then you repeat this as many times as you can until you run out of sorcery points. This is effectively what this loop is doing, right? Make spell slots, break them down. If you run out, use Potion of Angelic Slumber. If you use level 1 spell slots, you use 2 sorcery points to make 1, and you get 1 sorcery point back. So effectively you lose 50% of your sorcery points with every iteration. But if you do it with level 2 spell slots, you gain back 2 and you use 3 to create 1. So it lasts a bit longer, therefore it allows you to get more sorcery points out of the procedure. And it's also faster because when you break down 1 second level spell slot, you actually get twice as many sorcery points with the same animation. So it's a little bit faster. So you just keep doing this over and over. Okay, so we just finished our second iteration for the Angelic Reprieve potion. So let's take the third one and let's see how many spell slots we'll have after this. 62 level 2 spell slots. And we were level 2, and this is our third iteration, guys. So if we do it again, can you imagine how many more we're going to be getting? Let's just break it down to see how many sorcery points that will be. So we spent about 10 minutes, a bit less than 10 minutes on this. So we just spent around 12-13 minutes, and we made it 132 sorcery points. Okay, so I've been doing this for a while now. Let's see, I've been doing this for like 20 plus the first 10 minutes, so about 30 minutes now. And when I take a short rest with a potion, 250 level 2 spell slots. My god, it's going crazy. So that's 500 sorcery points effectively. Okay, time to go through method 2. So what is method 2? Method 2 requires you to have one of these 3 magical items. You can get Shield of Devotion in Act 2, or you can get the Spell Savant Amulet in Act 3, and the Shield of the Undevout in Act 3 as well. This is a spoiler, so you can look it up in the wiki, but the other 2, you get this from the Court Counting House in Vault number 1, and you get this from Courtmaster Tali at the Last Light Inn. So what is the plan here? This is pretty simple. You break down all your level 1 or 2 spell slots. You equip the amulet, you break down the spell slots again, then you unequip the amulet, equip it again, and repeat. So whichever item you choose to use, you can use two of them at the same time. I recommend just using the amulet, is probably the fastest way of doing it. So let's do this as well for 12 to 13 minutes and see which one ends up being the faster method. So, So let's start. So all you have to do is unequip, equip again, and just break. You don't need to create sorcery point spell slots with this method, but you do need to equip and unequip your items. So unequip, equip. Here, if we run out of spell slots, we would have to go through the same procedure again, right? We wouldn't have any job prepared. When with the other method, we would actually have some spell slots ready. Okay, so this method took us half the time that it did to make 132 points with the other method. However, the other method did give us some level 2 and level 1 spell slots prepared, which we can use to cast Misty Step and Shield and absorb elements and all the spells that we want. But yeah, so about half the time. So this one is a lot faster. If you just want to get some quick sorcery points, this is what I would recommend as well. This is what is recommended. Now, the third method, we've already covered this method in one of the previous videos, when one of them is the Coffeelock and the other one is the Coffeelock Paladin, Sorlockadin really. The method is that you become a Warlock X Sorcerer level 2, you break down your spell slots, you recruit a Hardling Companion, you give him 2 levels of Bard, use Song of Rest, which will give you back some sorcery points. I have done this in the past on video. It takes about 20 minutes to 25 minutes to go through all of your companions. And this one does have a limit though. So while the first 2 you can repeat them an infinite amount of times, this one you can only repeat it about 20 times. So this is not infinite spell slots. And it's a little bit slower. But this one is also technically free because you can steal the money back from Withers and he doesn't care even if he catches you. So the fastest method and the most free method is number 2, but number 1 method will also give you some low levels spell slots, which are going to be very useful. Now, whenever we short rest, we get 62 spell slots that we can immediately break down without taking off and on items. So while this method seems to be slower on setting up, so once set up, this method number 1 is going to be faster, where method number 2 is going to be always at the same speed. So it really depends up to you. I feel like method number 1 is a lot more useful if you plan on not taking any long rests. Method number 2 is more of like an intermediary method where, okay, I've run out of some spell slots. Let me make some sorcery points real quick without using any consumables, just by having 1 item on me. Those are the options, guys. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you want to see next. However, I will be making videos on this, guys. So if you like this content, make sure to subscribe, because we will have a lot more videos like using this mechanic, because I think we're the first ones to figure this out. Also, if by any chance Larian Studios ever watches this video and is even remotely impressed, I would be more than ecstatic to work with you on the DLC.